sure it's 900.
We figured 12 games the first year. No. 11 games the first year. I know exactly how many they played that year. 11, and then 12. Thanks a lot, Bill Ferris. Starting our 16th year in the booth for Alma Airedale football. I'm Jimmy Haas, along with my two sidekicks, Mike Hessen, and the ultimate best friend, David Dre Sessions. We're glad to be bringing you tonight's action from north of Alma. Whew, and is it north, man? 2.5 hours here, it seemed like. Gabe Husky. It is homecoming. So, you all know exactly like I do. Normally, a school, when they look at their schedule, they decide when they're going to have homecoming, and they always decide homecoming is a team that they think they are going to beat, and beat soundly so that everybody comes away happy. So if you're an Airedale fan, or you're an Airedale football player, or a mom and dad, or a grandma and grandpa, or a band member, or whatever, or just a fan, just ought to put a little chip on your shoulder. Okay? So what they're basically saying is, yeah, let's play Alma for homecoming this year, man. We'll smoke them.
Yeah, well, they had a good run last year at Alma. Read in the paper is 31-0. I'd kind of forgotten about that, but you know, yeah. I got a short-term memory loss.
And here's the thing. Here's what I like about short-term memory losses. So, since 2010, Harrison has won 50 ball games. Take a wild guess how many ball games Alma has won since 2010.
Since 51.
Harrison's won 50. What do you think, Mike?
80.
No, man. Come on.
I'm just playing.
65.
65.
Wow.
So, yeah, you got a little chip on your shoulder now?
Mm-hmm.
No respect at all. But you know what? That's what makes high school football and rivalries so good. I like what Harrison has done tonight. It doesn't bother me in the least bit. You know, they're like, yeah, let's play Alma for homecoming. we'll put on a smoke show, at home against them. I like what they did because you know what? That should motivate the Alma Airedale football team. That should motivate guys like, Gabe Jensen, guys like Karsten Minot, guys like Grayson Bailey. Then you look up front, Matt Cox, the big guys up front. Nick Archer. That ought to motivate them. That ought to motivate them to come out here and play their tails off. Now, Harrison comes in 7-0 in the season. This is a very good team. Don't get me wrong. I don't blame them for doing this. And they're going to survive only as long as Gabe Husky survives. They have a lot of good ball players, but this kid is the bell cow. Yeah. And as long as Husky is on the field, they know that they have a good chance to win. I mean, they're 7-0 this year. They won 12 games last year. They're ranked second in the state right now in the 5A. So they're getting a lot of respect. But like I've always said, the Criswell kid out of Morrilton is the highest recruited quarterback in the state of Arkansas right now. Yep. He's been offered. Recruiters from Kansas was on the sidelines. Oklahoma State has had recruiters up. Of course, Arkansas, they have offered him. You've had a look from TCU. You've had a look from several different colleges that are Division I power conferences. He hadn't been hit as hard as he got hit against Alma. Okay, so even though Morrilton was picked to be battling out with Harrison for the conference title here in the 5A, guess who? Guess who took him to the woodshed?
Put a monkey wrench in it.
Put a monkey wrench with a 38-yard field goal. How about that?
Absolutely.
Off a student that had never played a down of high school football in his life, an exchange student from Sweden.
And like you said earlier, this rivalry right here has just always been a good one, though.
Huge.
It don't matter what the records are.
Yeah.
Who's on top of this or what. It's just always been a slugfest.
Tommy Tice and Frankie Vines, after every ball game, probably before the ball games, you couldn't even see. They always talked. They were good friends. And, Coach Tice isn't here anymore. Coach Vines retired. But they, you know what? It was always a classy rivalry. Both teams played their tails off. I kind of like that. All right, let's take a quick timeout. You are listening to the Citizens Bank pregame show. Successful banking for over 125 years and proud sponsor of Alma Airedale football.
For over and 7 Look at that. It's working now.
And then they
C, and Vince and John for helping us out. We appreciate your support very much of Goblin Athletics in our school district. Also, we appreciate Ryan Plumley and Billy Hopley being their very astute escorts tonight, our Goblin Booster Club board members, Billy Hopley and Ryan Plumley.
We actually watched and picked up on the coin toss.
It's a miracle.
It is a miracle. Hey, thank you so much for tuning us in tonight on the Marshall 96.7 FM and also AM 1230 with the Fort Smith Radio Group radio stations. You can also pick us up on the live stream. All you have to do is go to airedalnation.com and click on the link, and that'll bring you right up to the live stream. So if you want to see what a fantastic job I'm not being biased because I don't have a dog in the hunt. I am not hired by the Alma Airedale school staff. I'm not hired by the administration of Alma. I work for Bill and Karen Ferris with the Fort Smith Radio Group stations. So when I tell you that if you want to see an actual professionally run live stream, and oh, by the way, it's free, unlike others that charge that don't get their live stream up half the time. That's okay. You can pay for something you're not getting, but if you want to watch a professionally done, expertly ran live stream, click on the link and tune into the live stream. You'll be able to hear our wonderful voices as we try not to mess up their production, but they do a phenomenal job, and you can actually watch the game if you weren't able to make it here to Harrison tonight. Guys, let's as we wrap up the Citizens Bank pregame show, successful banking for over 125 years and proud sponsor of the Alma Airedales. Let's talk about the keys to the game. Metters Lumber, who's bringing you that. Look for Echo chainsaws and other outdoor power equipment at Metters. Let me just tell you, I love Metters Lumber. In from the parking lot, he can tell you exactly everything in the store and what aisle it's on. I love it. What's the keys to the game, Ray?
Oh, the keys to the game, stopping Gabe Husky. I mean, it's been something. We've now seen it. This will be a third year. We watched him be the star for this team, and it all goes through him.
Mike?
Alma's defense, they gotta step up, stop them, and they gotta keep the Alma's got to keep the ball.
I fully agree. Listen, here's what I think the keys to the game are: turnovers. Alma didn't turn it over. Seth Cole. I don't think that sophomore wants any of that. Second down and 8. Let's see. Brody is 5'9", $170. Seth is 6'1", 318. Yeah, and Seth goes over him about once with nothing left over. Here we go. Second down and 8 from the 36 of Alma. Landon hands off. First guy up the middle. Busts the tackle. Carries it out to about the 30 or 37, maybe 38-yard line. This will be third down and long now for Alma. They'll be looking at a third and close to 6 for the first down, and that's not what Alma needs to see. However, we saw them go on fourth down a lot last week.
Yep. There was, I can't remember, I think they were like 4 out of 7 third down conversions last week.
4 out of 7 or 4 out of 6. Yeah, it was right there. So third down and 6. Clock is running, 8:17 left to play in the opening quarter. No score in our ball game. Live from Harrison, Arkansas. These facilities have been here for a few years now. Beautiful FedEx facilities. Here we go. Landon under center. Henley gets the call. Henley hit in the backfield. There's that linebacker that was taken off before the ball was ever snapped. Alma did not get a helmet on him, and he comes shooting the gap and hit Henley the minute he picked up or received the pitch from Landon, and it'll be fourth down and 6. No gain on the play, and the Airedale's going to have to punt. I mean, I don't see them going for this. Not on their own 38-yard line.
No,
here comes the punting unit on. So Alma, unlike last week, unable to march the drive down, and now Husky will go back to field the kick along with Colton Shaver, another senior. Landon Blair, the punter, good snap, soccer-style kicker. Nice low kick's going to hit at the 35, take an Alma roll, bounce inside the 25 and down on the 24, and that's where the Golden Goblins will take over first and 10. No score in our ball game early on in the first quarter. 7:10 left to play. We'll be back in a minute.
Hi, I'm Treasure State Dennis Milligan. Saving for your child's education is so important. We know that .org.
Forward. He was set up as a just to the right of the quarterback, just a yard off the line of scrimmage, and he moved to the left and stopped. I think it's Ben Johnson kept it for 2 yards, second down and 8. Johnson, shotgun formation, Husky to his right. They're going to pitch it to Husky. That's a lateral. Husky to the 25. He's got some running room to the 40, 45, midfield, and finally brought down by Connor Stacy. Thank you so much, and welcome back, Connor Stacy. He was a little bit under the weather, but huge carry by Husky, and you can the talent of Gabe Husky. He's 5'11", 170. I don't know if anybody's recruiting this kid, but he's fast.
Yeah, it did not look like he had any room, and then he made something happen.
Johnson hands it off. That's Husky again. Husky across the 45 down to about the 41-yard line of Alma on first and 10. He picks up about 7 yards. Maybe, yep, they're going to mark him down on the 40, so 7 yards on the carry. It'll be second down. Guys, that's what you have whenever you have a decent offensive line, but a speedy back.
Yep.
I formation. Johnson under center. Second down and 3. Alma loads up in the box. Husky gets the call. Left side, Husky. Stutter steps outside across the 40, down on the 34-yard line or 36-yard line of Alma. It'll be enough for a first down, and the Goblins will move the chains again.
Yeah, we've continually seen this year in, year out. They're going to be Husky left, Husky right until you stop him, and then they'll try something different.
You're right. Big shout-out to our good friends at the pizza place in Alma, Adam Daly and his crew. Amy, Melanie, and Logan's there working tonight. They've got the dinner buffet, pizza, pasta, salad, cinnamon rolls, and cookies. First down and 10. Husky again with the call. Inside the 30 of Alma. Looks close to another first down as they move the football down to around the 26. I think it is enough for a first down.
Yeah, it's Ben Johnson kept that on.
Oh, was that Johnson?
Yeah.
Well, listen, that would be like one of only very few carries that he makes. But I can tell you this. They'll have some ice packs for Husky after this game. Alma, they'll tee off on him. Johnson shotgun. They hand the ball off inside the 25 to the 20, down to maybe the 15. Now they're marking him down on the 17. Goes the ball carrier. I don't think that was Husky that time. It's 24. That was Colin Ballard.
Well, Alma's coming out with a 4-man front and 3 linebackers, and they're keeping it pretty tight also.
Second down and 1. Husky gets the call inside the 20. That'll move the chains. He needed 1. He picked up 3. And then right now they're just opening one hole, and Husky knows where they're going to be blocking and the scheme on the blocking, and that's where he's going. He's not trying to move outside. He's trusting his linemen.
He's hitting the hole.
Yep, and they're doing a good job for him. I formation. Johnson under center again. First down and 10 from the Airedale 14. Johnson, Husky, left side, stacked up, thrown to the turf, and it's going to lose a couple of yards. And that was Mario Gonzalez on the tackle. He's the first guy to get to him for Alma.
Yeah, that was a good he filled the hole and then got some depth, and as soon as they handed it to him, he was already tackled.
Loss on the play of close to 2 yards. Second down and 12. Clock is running. 4:09, a fast-moving first quarter. Still no score in our ball game. Alma with a punt on their first possession. And Harrison, this is their first. They're moving down the field. There's a handoff outside. The tailback, Ballard, trying the left side. He carries it inside the 10 down to about the 5. And that'll be first and goal. They're going to mark it down on the 3. And it'll be first and goal. Listen, he is a straight-up runner. He's 6'1", 190 pounds. He's a senior, but he runs straight up, and now they bring in the bell cow Husky, and you know where the ball's going to go. Johnson's not going to flirt around with any passes. They do have one receiver in the pattern on the right. That's a wide side of the field, but if they throw a pass here, I'll be surprised. Shotgun formation for Johnson. He's going to keep it himself, try the left side. No, they quick snap it. Was that Husky on the? Yeah, it was Husky on the Wildcat.
Touchdown.
And they give the touchdown to Husky. It looked like he got stopped at the 1, but he kept his feet moving. And so Harrison draws first blood. 3:27 left to play in the opening quarter. It's 6-0 with the PAT coming up.
Yeah, they just went ahead and eliminated any chance of a handoff and just direct snap.
So the PAT, as Alma is struggling to get all their players off the field, they did in time. The PAT is up, and it is good. 3:27 to play in the opening quarter. Harrison jumps out to a 7-0 lead. You're listening to Alma Airedale Football on the Marshall 96.7 FM.
Hi, I'm Treasure State Dennis. Arkansas529.org.
7-0 Harrison early on. Land of Crooked Creek. Long way up here, but a nice drive, especially this time of year. Back deep to receive, Josh Davis and Grayson Bailey. Grayson returned an 85-yard kickoff for a touchdown. Here's the kick. They're going to kick it deep. Davis is going to field it at about the 7. Josh to the 10, the 15, hit it to 20. Davis still on his feet, 25. Davis falls forward to the 26, and that's where Alma will take over first and 10 on its own 26. Second time they've touched the football tonight.
Yeah, doing a great job protecting the football on that run. Make sure that eliminate any chance of a turnover.
So we'll have to see what offensive coordinator Greg Kendrick comes up with this set of downs. Second time the Airedales have touched the football. And here they come. 7-0 Harrison, still in the first quarter. 3:20 left to play. Everyone tucked in tight. Landon under center. Landon. Hands off.
Oh,
right
boy.
side.
What a tackle.
A carry of about 3 yards. And the ball carrier was Cronister, Logan Cronister. He picks up, they're going to mark him 2 yards and mark it down on the 28-yard line. Second down and 8, Alma. Now you know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're handing it off up the middle. Just off the left, just off the right, and they're gonna bust one outside in a minute.
I have to say that Harrison's running a 5-man front with like 4.5 linebackers and 1 safety.
Yeah.
Every 10 of the 11 players were within 2.5 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Grayson Bailey goes wide to the right side. Landon under center. He looks over at Bailey. They may throw in this one. Chronister in motion. They hand it off,
boy.
and that play goes nowhere. It took too long to develop, and the linebackers were in the backfield before Josh Davis, got the ball. A loss on the play of a yard or two. It'll be 3rd down and 10 now, Alma. And that, if you're Alma, the long distance on 3rd down is not what you want. That's not what this offense is built on. So I think we'll see a pass here.
Yeah, he got hit as soon as he got the ball handed off to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Cole Keelan, number 15, coming off the corner, and then right up the middle you had number 33, Brooks Both.
Well, the only way that you're going to beat this bunch is just not let Husky have the football. So you have to play smart and control it. Shotgun, Landon, 3rd and 10, rolling out to his right, looking to throw. Got a man, throws, complete for the 1st down. That's Grayson Bailey. Right? Is it Grayson? Nope, not great. Yep, it is Grayson Bailey.
Yeah.
Bailey complete at the 42-yard line. He looked like he was going on a fly pattern, guys, and he stopped on a 12-yard cut and out, and Landon put it right on the numbers, and the defender bit on the fake and kept going. By the time the ball was, in Grayson's hands, Grayson made the catch and picked up the 1st down and moved the chains. Beautifully well-designed play. And that was a good sell by Grayson Bailey to get the defender to bite.
Yeah, good curl route to the outside.
Here we go. 1st and 10, ball on the Airedale 42-yard line. Now they move Nathan Whalen to the right side.
Here they come.
Landon's going to keep it. Landon across the 45. Landon, the big man, carries it all the way out to the 48-yard line, closer to the 47 maybe. Landon with 5 yards, maybe 6. I like the way Landon runs against this team because, guys, he can see the field and it's not taking any time. He gets a snap, boom, he takes off running. So you don't have to hand it off. It doesn't take any time. And, I think once Coach Kendrick picks up on that, I think you may see a lot of the Wildcat tonight as well.
Yeah, that's going to be probably the best situation for him with them lining up the linebackers like they are.
Minute 10 left to play, opening quarter, 7-0 Harrison. They took the opening drive on their first possession after Alma had punted it away. Drove down and scored. 2nd down and 4 for the Airedales. Landon calls his own number. Landon at midfield. It'll be 3rd down and 2, closer to 3 now for Alma. Clock continues to run. Under a minute to play. Guys, we may be out of here by 7:30.
One thing about it, once we they're all on the ground, they're flying around.
Who was it that come popping out of the pile right there?
Yeah.
I don't know who that was, but he got lower. He got laid out.
Yep, Logan Ingram,
Was it
number
Logan?
78.
Big play right here for the Airedales. Play clock is at 20. And they're going to have to snap it before the end of the quarter. It's not, there's like a 2-second differential. So Alma breaks the huddle with 10 seconds left. 3rd down and 2 from midfield. Landon gets they're going to direct snap it to
man.
Josh.
Man.
And Josh Davis is not going anywhere. Matter of fact, he's going to lose a couple of yards.
Yeah.
And it will be a 4th down and 3, and that's the end of the first quarter. Our score after 1, Harrison leads Alma 7-0. You're listening to Airedale Football on the Marshall 96.7 FM.
It takes hard work to be a Razorback. It takes grit.
And Alma will be facing a 4th down and 3. Looks like they're going for it. Landon under center. 4th and 3 from the 49. They run Davis in motion to the left. Now they're changing the play, the line of scrimmage. You got to think they're going to try to draw him off. Now Chronister goes in motion. They're going to hand it off to Chronister. He's going to go wide. Chronister.
Oh, he did not make it.
He didn't make it. He got dragged down at the 49. Just needed to get to the 48. And so Harrison holds. It looked like he had plenty of room over there. But I'm going to tell you something. I don't know who made the tackle for. You know what? I can tell you right now. It was Brody Gillum.
Wow.
Brody Gillum made the tackle. He is speedy because he caught Chronister. And it looked like Chronister was going to be able to run forever.
Yeah, that was an incredible tackle, and he came out of nowhere to make that.
So 1st down and 10, Harrison from their own 49. They lead 7-0. Start of the second quarter. Husky gets the call. Husky trying the left side. There's a clip. No, he didn't throw a flag as Jacob Corsi got shoved in the back trying to make the play. And Husky just stepped right inside him. So, no penalties at all in that first quarter.
Well, Husky is able to get to the edge, and he had Kendrick Thompson right in front of him, 6 foot 230, and just used him as a blocking dummy because he shoved him.
2nd down and 4. Husky gets the call again, trying the short side, inside the 45, inside the 40, down on the Airedale 32-yard line. They move the chains again. Look, and I'm just going to throw this out there. For those of you watching on the live stream, if you're seeing what we're seeing from up here, they're very fast. Their linemen pull, and their linemen block. And just watch the corners. Watch the jerseys and the stretching of the jerseys. 1st down and 10 from the Airedale 32. Quarterback keeper Johnson. He's going to be inside the 20 and finally brought down on about the 17. So they use Husky as a decoy. And Johnson just carried the ball off the right side in a little misdirection, guys. Picked up some great yardage.
Yeah, and as you said, they pulled magnificently, and they powered, loaded the left, and pulled everybody to the right.
1st down and 10 from the Airedale 19. Johnson, empty backfield. Now they move Husky just to his right. Shotgun formation on 1st and 10. Husky gets a call left side, steps up inside the 15, down on about they're going to mark him out of bounds right on the 15, so he will gain 3 yards on that carry. It will be 2nd down and 7. Clock still running, 10:16 left to play.
I was going to say, them spreading the field didn't fool me one bit that they were going to throw the ball.
Yeah. Johnson under center, I formation. Husky the tailback. Husky gets a call, right side. Steps inside a couple of defenders, inside the 10, inside the 5, and finally brought down. And listen, if Connor Stacy's going to have to make all the tackles tonight, it's going to be a long night for the Airedales. They've got to get some pressure on that front line. And, they're guessing on where to put the linebackers, but right now they're guessing wrong.
Well, I can tell you where they need to put them.
Yeah, they've changed the quarterback. It looks like it's 15, Cole Keelan.
That is right. He's a junior. Keelan under center. Husky gets the call, right side. Husky inside the 5. That's going to be close to a touchdown. He's going to be stopped just inside the 1. It'll be 2nd down and goal.
I don't think it matters who they put in at quarterback because they're going to hand it off to Husky.
Yeah.
Right.
But Alma's got to fill in gaps. That defense is they're getting pushed around.
2nd down and goal from the 1. Under center, Keelan. Husky gets a call, left side, into the end zone, untouched for the 2nd touchdown of the night for the Harrison Golden Goblins. Well, you're going to have to put a helmet on him right on his thigh to slow him down because he's just going to run wherever he wants to at any given moment.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anybody recruiting him. Maybe Tech. One of the Division II schools. This kid's fast and he's got some good moves. Here's the PAT. It's up, and it is good. 8:58 left to play in the first half. 14-0 Harrison. You're listening to Airedale Football on the Marshall 96.7 FM.
Arkansas is known for its beauty.
Here's the kickoff. Davis fields it at the 4. Davis to the 10, the 15. Josh hit at the 20. Falls forward to the 23-yard line. Third possession of the ball game for Alma. Their last drive stalled at midfield.
And they've started about the same in 23 to 25-yard line.
Yep.
And they're not outmatched physically. It's just Harrison's coming with a 5-man front, and they're blitzing a linebacker 100% of the time. So now you got to block 6 guys at least to get past the front line.
Right. First down and 10. Airedale's with the football. Landon looking to pass, rolling out, throwing, got a man, and it's intercepted. He threw it behind Grayson Bailey. Bailey had his man beat to the outside. Landon threw it to the inside. And guys, just like I said in the pregame show, you cannot turn the ball over for Alma. Cannot turn it over.
Yeah, you're giving Harrison a really short field this time, and they've done good on long fields. And one thing I'm seeing, the number 33 I was talking about, Brooks Both, that plays middle linebacker, he also plays fullback, and he's an incredible blocker.
First down and 10, Harrison. That is the 6th interception of the year by Landon. There's Husky, right up the gut. Husky, touchdown Harrison. Boy, you cannot do that. You can't. Listen, you just can't. You can't give him a short field. But the other thing is, you got to get a helmet on there some way. They're running through the lanes. There's not anybody in any of the lanes, and so Alma will go in at halftime. They'll make some changes. The coaches up here in the booth have seen what they need to see, and they'll make some changes in the blocking schemes. And they just have to stop the bleeding here in the first half.
And we're kind of seeing Harrison do what Alma's done for many years, using linebackers as running backs because they make great blockers.
PAT is up, and it is no good.
Yanked it.
8:39 left to play in the first half. 20-0 Harrison. Back with more from Golden Goblin Stadium right after this.
What does an organ and tissue donor look like? Look.
Welcome back, everyone, to Goblin Stadium. It's 20-0 Harrison. Gabe Husky has been the workhorse tonight, as we all anticipated. What they've done is they've just taken Alma out of their game, and they put 9 and 10 in the box. And when Alma tried to throw on the last series, guys, they lined up in a passing formation. You know, you leave Bailey out there with nobody else, and fake the run, do the play action, and then raise up and throw the thing. And you'll catch. Listen, Harrison man-to-man defense, not that good. But when you line up in a passing formation, and they play a zone. They're very fast. They move right to the area, and it was just unfortunate for Landon. He threw the ball inside. Bailey was open to the outside. There was nobody between him and the out of bounds line. So now we'll have to see what they dial up on 1st and 10 from their own 20 as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Landon under center. Full house backfield. Everyone tucked in tight. First guy to get the ball right up the gut. Goes for a yard maybe. Maybe 2. Ball carrier was Cronister, Logan Cronister. They got to give him credit for 2 yards, 2nd down and 8. And this is what, listen, for Alma to be successful tonight, they need to pick up minimum of 4 yards on first down.
Yep.
Minimum of 4.
And they're sticking with their game plan of keeping it tight, tightly bunched, and running the ball.
Cronister checks out. And Carson Bonneau checks in as Alma breaks the huddle. Play clock's at 7. Landon under center. Now they line up in the I. They break the I. Davis gets the call. Davis up to the 24-yard line. And it will be 3rd down and let's call it 6. A little bit less than 6, maybe closer to 5 for Alma. The ball is spotted with the nose on the 25. They have to move it to the 30 for the first down. This is a big play for Alma. They need to stop the bleeding right here. 7:31 left to play and counting in the first half. They are already trailing 20-0 after turning the ball over and giving a gift of 6 points to Harrison. Something you can't do to this team. Especially they're fired up. It's homecoming. You know, they all the festivities and all the blah, blah, blah. Big play here. 3rd down and 5, Alma. Landon under center. I formation. Landon. Hands off. Trying to get outside. Going nowhere. They tried to run it to the right side. They had Bonneau out there blocking. And Josh Davis had nowhere to run as there were 4 Goblins out there to meet those 2. Now Alma brings out their punting unit again.
Well, that's one thing Alma's trying to get to the edge, and that's playing into the Harrison defense because of their size. They're really quick getting to the edges.
Harrison drops. Is that Husky dropping back? No, that is going to be Colton Shaver. Landon Blair, the punter, stands back about his 12-yard line. Good snap. Running to his right. Kicks it downfield, soccer style. Hits at the 40. Takes an Alma bounce, but it bounces out of bounds at the 33-yard line, and that's where the Goblins will take over. First down at 10, their 4th possession of the first half. They lead 20-0. Back with more right after this.
1935.
Again, we appreciate our fireworks sponsors tonight, even though we don't have fireworks starting because of the weather. But we do appreciate Remax Realty, Cornerstone Bank, Clark Golden Gardwell, and Kinetic Comments. And of course, Pyro Maniacs, Hot Wall Highway.
First down at 10. Goblins. Johnson back in there. Johnson running for his life at the 30. Breaks free. Couple of tackles. And finally, and now they're going to call a penalty. They're going to throw a penalty flag.
Yeah, helmet to helmet.
And Grayson Bailey and Cronister combined on the tackle of Johnson, but he was running everywhere for his life. He ran like 19 yards and only picked up 2, but I got a feeling they're going to throw 15 more on top of that. Face mask. I didn't see that.
No.
Yeah.
I thought it was what you said.
I did too. I thought it was a helmet to helmet. So they'll mark off 15 yards. That's the first penalty of the night on either team, and it'll move the football all the way out to the 49-yard line. I really thought it was a helmet to helmet contact.
Well, one thing, the Alma defense was not. They didn't buy into anything. They got him in the backfield, but unable to take him down.
Yeah. Shotgun formation, 1st and 10 from the 49. Husky gets a call left side, all kinds of running room. That's not Husky, that's Ballard. Ballard's off to the races on the Alma end of the football field. He's finally going to be brought down at the Airedale 34.
Well, Ballard appears to have the same speed that Husky does, but with just a little bit bigger frame.
He runs so straight up and down.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't run in any kind of regular form like you'd see a normal tailback, but it works for him. First down at 10 from the 34 of Alma. Johnson shotgun. They blow it up, but Johnson keeps the football. Now he breaks a tackle inside the 30, inside the 25, and something that should have been brought down back around the 38-yard line. They managed to pick up a first down and carry it for 15.
Josh Davis come blitzing, and he hit him, drilled him in the backfield, and I do not know how he got away from him.
So they move the chains. They're going to mark him out of bounds on the 20. 1st and 10, Goblins. 5:24 left to play in the first half. Harrison leads 20-0, and I'm totally surprised. so far. Johnson in shotgun formation. 2 wideouts to the left. Johnson's going to keep it, go right up the middle. Johnson inside the 15. Johnson carries it down to about the 11. And he'll be close to another first down. I think he's going to be shy by about a yard.
Yeah, that was a perfect read by the quarterback. He held on to the ball until the Alma defensive end, Whalen, made the commitment, and then he pulled it out and ran.
2nd down and 2. They mark him down on the 13. Shotgun. They pitch it. That is a lateral to Husky, but he turns it upfield. He's tripped up as he just simply, there were 2 Alma defenders on the ground and 2 blocking support staff from Harrison, and he tried to leap over the pile. No one really tackled him. He got his foot caught up in it and fell. He gains a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 1, and this is the first 3rd down that Harrison's seen in a month of Sundays.
And they don't seem to fear it in any manner.
Now, 3rd and 1 from the Airedale 12. Shotgun formation for Johnson. Husky in the backfield, right behind him. The wide side of the field's to the right. Husky moving before the snap of the ball. They didn't throw any flag. They let him run for the first down. It's carried inside the 10 to about the 9. He took off a step before the ball was snapped, and the official standing the white hat right there behind him. Thank you so much for paying attention to the game, my friend. When I'm probably, 50, 60 yards from the action, and I can see it from here, surely you could see it from there. I don't think it would have mattered. Listen, this kid's good. 1st and goal from the 9. I'm just whining. Johnson, Husky, again, tripped up in the backfield and thrown for a loss. That is the first time that Gabe Husky has been thrown for a loss tonight carrying the football. And I think it was Gabe Jensen, wasn't it?
Logan Chronister.
Logan Chronister?
Yeah.
Loss on the play. Back to the 13, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 13. 3:10 and counting left to play in the first half. 20-0 in favor of Harrison. They have the football in the red zone, knocking on the door again. Their 4th trip in the red zone tonight. Shotgun formation, 3rd and goal. Rolling out to his left and simply falls down. It's probably a good thing because Landon Burkhart, he had blood in his eyes. He was coming for him. Johnson simply sits down on his tailbone at the 20, and it'll be 3rd down and goal from the Airedale 20.
Well, Alma's now gone to a 3-man front, but they have 5 linebackers, and at any point, any of them could blitz. So they're still kind of keeping a 4 to 5-man front up there.
Riley Jones and Colton Shaver go wide to the right side. 2 to the left. Husky in the backfield to the right of Johnson, the quarterback. Johnson gets a snap. Back to pass. Looking left all the way. Throwing left all the way. Complete at the 1-yard line. Touchdown. Wow. The Alma defender was stride for stride with him, but he was just behind him. And the receiver had to reach back for the football. It was kind of thrown behind him, guys, but he made a good catch and fell in from the 1 for the touchdown for Harrison. PAT, the last PAT was missed. This will be attempted by Maxwell Payne, and the play was stopped, and it's offsides on Alma. So they move half the distance to the goal. And Payne will tee it up again. Now they're looking at the sidelines and seeing if they maybe want to go for 2. They're just going to line it back up. They'll line this one up from the 9 to 11 left to play in the first half. Good snap, good hold. Nope, they're going to fake it. They're going to throw a pass, go for 2. They throw in the end zone.
And he got it.
And it's complete for a 2-point conversion.
Oh, wow.
Where it rains, it pours.
Yeah.
When it rains, it pours. That's all you can say about that.
And that number 38 is linebacker Bryant Ulrich. And obviously he can catch.
Hey, Brett Raines, my buddy from TV 4029, I didn't realize this. He is from Harrison. That's where he grew up at. Still has some family up here checked in with us. 28-0. Got to put a smile on Brett's face. But he's called Fort Smith home since he was 5 years old. So I don't know if Brett. I don't know if he gets back up here that often. That guy is crazy busy all the time, but he's got us tuned in tonight. We certainly appreciate that. And our buddy Zach checking in with us again. Mike Hanna from Hanna Oil, he's checking in with us. Good to hear from my buddy Mike. Davis looks at it, lets the kickoff roll into the end zone, so the Airedales will take over 1st and 10 on their own 20. 2:11 left to play in the first half. 28-0 Harrison. Alma with all 3 of its timeouts left. We'll have to wait and see what the Airedale offense can dial up here for the final 2:11. Maybe make some magic happen, going with a little bit of momentum into the locker room. Harrison with 21 points in the second quarter. Airedales with Henley in the backfield, along with Davis. Landon under center. They also have Chronister in there. Davis gets the call, right side. Davis hit at the 22, and that's where he stopped. 2nd down and 8, Alma.
I have to say Harrison is winning the line of scrimmage, especially on defense.
Yeah.
And they're not doing that bad on offense either.
No.
Josh Davis on the carry.
I have to say that thing in the middle there looks like a Goblin-esque Mike Gundy or something. I mean, that's quite a mullet.
That is a mullet.
That's what I'm thinking.
Those pointy ears.
Yeah.
2nd down and 8. Clock at 1:35 left to play in the first half. We'll have the Crabtree RV halftime report coming your way. Landon under center. I formation, play action. Landon rolling out, one to throw. Landon just throws it in the dirt, looking for Josh Davis out of the backfield. They blitzed 3 on that side. And it will be 3rd down and 8 now.
Well, they only had 2 in a pattern, and I saw at least 4 defenders. So that they weren't buying on the run on that.
Buddy John from Airedale Nation checking in with us. Talk about a website. Go watch the coach's show one time.
Yeah.
The audio video part of that was phenomenal. 3rd down and 8 for the Airedales at their own 22-yard line. 1:20 left to play in the first half. Landon hands off left side. To the 25, the 28-yard line goes Josh Davis. And they will stop the clock. It'll be 4th down. I'm not sure why they're stopping the clock. Unless Harrison is taking a timeout. Yeah. Harrison has taken a timeout. We'll take the timeout with him. 1:11 left to play in the first half. 28-0.
Critical care for brand new beginners.
4th down and 3. Landon's going to throw for the 1st down. It's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Grayson Bailey. The fake punt didn't fool anyone. Bailey lined up to try to.
Interception.
There you go. Yeah.
Riley Jones.
So Harrison will take over with 1:07 left to play in the first half. 2 timeouts left, and the ball on the Airedale 28-yard line. Johnson in shotgun formation. No, he's under the center. I formation. Husky Play action. Johnson running for his life. Johnson going to be slung to the turf. And Alma, the defense come up huge right there. That's Josh Davis with a quarterback sack all the way back at the Airedale 37-yard line. Man, that was big.
Another timeout.
And Harrison takes another timeout. And Mr. Bill Ferris checking in with us. Back at the studios, producing for us tonight. Clock is stopped with 59 seconds left to play in the first half. 28-0 in favor of Harrison. It will be second down and 18 for the Goblins when play resumes. The ball is on the left hash mark. Husky will be to the right of Cole Keelan, quarterback of record in there now. Shotgun formation for Keelan, standing back on the 41. He gets a snap, rolling out to the right, looking to pass. Still looking. Keelan, here comes the pressure. Keelan hit as he throws the ball, and it's incomplete at the 15. He had one man down there, and guys, he was hit, and that's the reason the ball fell short.
Yeah. He got hit pretty hard there when he let go of the ball.
And he's rolling out to his right, and then we just found out he's a left-handed quarterback. Now they're going to bring him out.
They're going to put Johnson back in.
He got hit a little bit.
Yeah, he did get hit a little bit. Third down and 18 for the Goblins. Johnson back in. They empty the backfield. Trips on the left side. Husky lined up to the right. That's the only one you need to know about. Third and 18. Under a minute to play. Johnson looking on a little bubble screen. They complete it at the 40 to the 35 to the 30. 8 yards on the play. And Harrison is taking its last time out. Stops the clock with 46 seconds left, and they'll be facing a 4th down and 10.
Has linebacker Landon Blair in on that tackle.
They started the clock.
They did start the clock. They didn't take a timeout. That surprises me. 4th and 12. They're going to mark him down on the 30. They're going to run it down as far as they can because even if they don't pick up the first down, they don't want to give Alma any time. Husky lined up to the left. Johnson. Shotgun formation. Rolling, looking, throwing deep. Got a man in the end zone. And it's incomplete. And Alma was very, very lucky that pass was incomplete. The corner never looked back for the football.
Yeah. Number 7, Riley Jones, he was the wideout, and he's telling the ref over there, we're going to flag.
He's still complaining to him.
Yeah. That was a good defensive play by the defender, though. He just put his arms up in the air and never looked back. He just stuck him straight up in the air.
Well, he's looking up at the screen there. I think he saw the ball coming his way. And watch, he just looks up at the screen. Okay, get my hand up.
13 seconds left to play. Airedale's take over on downs at their own 30. I don't think you'll see anything cute here. Landon will just take a knee, and they'll run the clock out, and they'll get into halftime, trailing 28-0. That's the end of the first half. Our score, Harrison 28, Alma nothing. You're listening to Alma Airedale football on the Marshall 96.7 FM.
And Equity Bank, in the concession stand, they're ready to rock. Ladies and gentlemen, especially Goblin fans, I need to direct your attention once more to the track area that's just on the sidelines for real important recognition due to the success of our senior cross-country teams. They'll be a senior night here at the stadium on Friday, November the 8th. So we will now recognize our seniors and their parents who will be graduating this spring and are competing at the state championship in Hot Springs on November the 8th. That's our cross-country team, Lady Goblins and Goblins. So please join us in celebrating these great senior Goblin cross-country, Lady Goblin, cross-country student athletes who will be, of course, in the great senior class of 2020. First of all, Let's recognize the senior Lady Goblin cross-country participants and their parents. Ella Brandt, Ella, the daughter of Jeff and Wendy Brandt, and Ruthie Ryan, daughter of Robert and Delana Ryan. And our senior Goblin cross-country athletes and their escorts, Josh McCormick, son of Kent and Skipper McCormick. Dalton Adams, son of Brian and Joetta Adams. Gavin Cantrell, son of Randy Cantrell and Anita Buck. Cameron Miller, son of Jody and Tina Miller. Lucas Turner.
Come true. We're in Harrison, Arkansas, home of the Goblins tonight. Kind of a cool, chilly football weather Friday night in the state of Arkansas. Mike Hessen joining me along with David Ray Sessions, Jimmy Haas. Well, if you're an Alma fan, it's not been a very good first half. However, let me remind you about something. These Airedales play until the final buzzer sounds at the end of the ball game. So let them make some adjustments at halftime. Don't turn the live stream off. Don't turn the radio off. You're going to be fine. Okay? Just takes one play. You put a shoulder in Husky's rib cage. We seen that last week. Don't get back up too quick. I won't say hurt the kid. I'm just saying play tough. So far, they've had some angles on him, but they haven't been able to get to him. I think they'll change up their defensive scheme in the second half, and I think you'll see a different defensive team in the second half by Alma. The offense, yeah, they got to get it going, man. They've done nothing in the first half. They've turned it over on downs. They've turned it over twice with 2 interceptions. Give the ball right back to them. 1 interception, and then a fake punt on 4th down. I think you'll see a different offense in the second half. And, right now it seemed like, the necktie got a little tight. And when Harrison jumped out so quick, I think you saw just a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of, excitement. And I think they'll calm down. They get a drink of water, take a deep breath in the locker room. I trust these assistant coaches and the coordinators and the head coach at Alma. They've given me no reason not to trust them. They some of the best guys that I've ever been around. I've been doing this 32 years total, 16 with Alma. So don't jump off the bandwagon yet. No matter what, Alma's going to play tough in the second half. And Mike, that's just what they're known for. I mean, you grew up there. You went to school in Alma. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and sitting here analyzing the game and the things that I see that's really going on, that's really working for Harrison right now on their defense is their ends are staying home. They're not getting blown out. They're not overacting and pulling themselves inside. They're staying outside, staying home, and that's why Alma can't get outside and run the ball on them because them boys are staying home. They're not getting blowed out. And like you said, Alma's offense has just got to get something going. They're running such a tight defense with they're running 5 down linemen and 4 linebackers. And them linebackers are about a yard and a half off the line. And that's just blowing that offensive line up.
Well, one thing that I know, and my buddy Rick Isom's got us tuned in tonight. I certainly appreciate that. And of course, Miss Sharon always tunes us in along with Carolyn. So, they have their loyal followers. And this is a family thing. It is what it is. And the thing about it is right now Harrison has the upper hand, and that's okay because things can change at halftime. And we've seen it in the past. And we'll just have to look forward to seeing what the assistant coaches come up with and the coordinators as far as the game plan in the second half because what they did in the first half didn't work.
Yeah, and
so
that shows you in the first half why Harrison's 7-0. I mean,
absolutely.
I'm on hands down. They've got a squad, and they know how to pull. That line knows how to pull and block, and they stay with the blockers. They don't just hit one guy and then stand up. They're blocking all the way down the field. You're
absolutely right. So we're at halftime. The Crabtree RV halftime report. Crabtree RV, where your family's dreams come true. Let me just tell you something about Crabtree RV. They have a fall sale going on right now. Say that 3 times fast. And if you have never looked at a camper, whether you have a pull behind or a gooseneck, that you prefer, but you've never looked at one. You've been thinking about it for a long time. Maybe, when you were a kid, you used to go camping all the time with mom and dad and grandma and grandpa, and you used to go out and, and run the trot lines with grandpa in the evenings, whatever you did. You missed those days. Now's the time to take advantage of the huge sale that's going on at Crabtree RV. Because I can tell you something. Yeah. Largest showroom in the region for RVs. And the thing I like about it is they haven't forgot where they came from.
That's right.
Local people. You're going to absolutely love them the minute you talk to them. And they're going to answer all your questions because they know their stuff. It's not one of those big old Megalomart RV centers that you talk to a kid that's never even opened a door on one. No, you won't find that at Crabtree RV. They know their stuff, and I'm proud that they're a sponsor here for Airedale football.
Yeah, I grew up there with that family. As long as I've known of having an RV, they are truly dedicated to what they do. They're really great folks. Like I say, I grew up with the whole family, know them all personally, and they're great people.
Let me just tell you how important a game like this is to Harrison. The last 4 years for Harrison, they've been building for this with Husky. The last 4 years, though, 4 wins, 8 wins, 12 wins last year. They're 7-0 right now. This is Husky's senior year, and he is a dominant player. They have 26 seniors on this team. Anytime you have 26 seniors in high school, you're going to win a lot of ball games.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you what, not to get sidetracked for just a second, but I watched Harrison come down to Fort Smith the other night and play Chaffin, 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you something. They've got a little running back from Harrison on that 8th grade team. Mm-hmm. He's number 8, and I'm going to tell you what, he runs just like Husky. I'm not kidding you one bit.
Well, we'll
Harrison High School marching band. This additional band recently competed at the 51st Annual March.
Now, at home is leading Mansfield 20-6. Mansfield's got a kid that is just bad fast. Don't know the young man's name, but he returned an ill-advised pass as time was running out in the Charleston game. With Charleston up 3, and it was 20-17, and they went for it to try to score again as the seconds were rolling off the clock, and the kid from Mansfield took it to the house, 104 yards. Well, right now Lamar is taking it to the house against Mansfield. They lead 20-6 at the in
that
late
young
in the
man
second
was
quarter.
a freshman.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you something. He is bad fast. Bad fast. So those are just some scores from around the area. Oh, here's one that you guys will like. Hackett and Mountainburg right now. 24-all late in the second quarter. I like
game.
that. Yep,
That's a good
great game. Well, next week Alma will be back at home. They have Greenbrier coming in next week. So they'll finish up the regular season with two home games at Airedale Stadium. And we'll have to see how things shake out. Because right now Alma trails at the half, 28-0. And they're going to have to turn the tide here to crawl back into this ball game. Now, the bad thing for Alma, guys, is Harrison will get the football to start the second half.
They sure will.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see. Alma has not kicked off deep tonight. They haven't had a kickoff at all.
No.
And we'll have to wait and see what they do on special teams. Because Husky's going to be lurking out there somewhere. He's going to have to totally keep it away from him, and hope that he doesn't touch the football because the kid he's that special. And like I said, I don't know if anybody's recruiting him, but he's been everything that we've been led to believe. We saw him last year. He was good last year. Ray, I think he's even better this year.
Yeah, each year he's improved. He's a 3-year starter at tailback, and early on we saw him play a little bit defense tonight. Not whatsoever. They're focusing him strongly on offense only, and it's paying off. He's making it work.
You're absolutely right. You're listening to the Crabtree RV, where your family's dreams come true halftime report. We talked a little bit about Crabtree RV and the big end of fall sale as we move closer and closer and closer to winter. Actually, with those storms Sunday night, it felt like spring because of the tornadoes that rolled through up in I actually on Thursday I was in Siloam Springs, and as you drive in from Springdale on 412, you drive past the plant that's right there where you turn to go up north to Gravett and Gentry. Once you pass that highway turnoff and are getting closer to downtown Siloam Springs, there was a really nice wooden fence all along the highway on the right side. Well, I counted 8 trees in a row that were huge, that had been there for a long time. It took the fence out. And then sporadically every 4 or 5 trees would be standing, and then they'd have 2 of them down. Along with some roofs from some metal buildings that were across the street. Now they're on the other side of 412. So our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone that was affected by that tornado this last weekend. And guys, let's not forget we have a lot of flooding going on in our area. So let me remind you, very, very important, do not drive into any roads that are underwater. Please be safe. Don't try, take the long way around if you have to. Let's not have any more tragedies in our area, please. So looks like it's going to rain through the weekend, through Saturday night. I saw a lot of water today. All the streams, the rivers are up, and reminiscent of the spring here this year. So let's just be safe. Take your time. Matter of fact, some truck drivers found out how slick the roads are, and with the rain, there's a 3 semi pileup in the Bobby Hopper Tunnel in the southbound lane yesterday. So let's just take a little bit extra time to get out there. I'm off my soapbox now. So
there you go.
Let's take a quick timeout. 28-0 Harrison. We're at halftime. I'm rambling. I'm going to shut up. We're going to play some commercials and make sure and thank all of our fine sponsors that are help bringing you the broadcast throughout the season. And as we look forward to the last 2 games at home, and basketball season will be here before you know it. So let's get another quick timeout. We'll be back with more from Harrison, where the Goblins are leading the Airedales 28-0 right after this. Everyone, halftime here at Golden Goblin Stadium. Halftime report brought to you by our good friends at Crabtree RV, where your family's dreams come true. Hey, I want to give a shout out to some of our listeners that we posted some pictures from inside the press box and down on the field. Beautiful stadium here at Harrison. It hasn't always been that way. They built this new facility just a few years ago, and I'm going to tell you something. It's something that the fans here in Harrison can be awful proud of, because, guys, this is nice. This is a nice facility here. My buddy Ron McGowan, we call him Ron the Clown. He's got us tuned in. Hey, Steeler Tom. You know, even though I'm a Cowboy fan, Steeler Tom knows what quality football is and quality announcers. So my buddy Steeler Tom got us tuned in tonight. Thomas Edelman.
That kid.
So Billy Edwards got us tuned in as well. Ryan Jeffries, good to see Ryan checking in. Jim Rackley's checking in with us. Bobby Lowe. So those are just a few. Of course, Miss Sharon and Miss Carolyn, they always listen to us. They're loyal fans. And we certainly appreciate that. You know, guys, we look across the way. There wasn't that many Alma fans made the trip up here tonight because of the weather. The weather was horrible. Rainy all day. It's been raining for a couple of days, and I think we have a lot of fans watching on the live stream and tuning us in on the radio. And wow, that is huge. Yeah, Lake Hamilton starting quarterbacks out with a broken foot. Now they're taking on Sheridan. I mean, that's a huge game in the state right now. So, hey, don't forget, coming up tonight on our sister station, 101.1 and also 103.5 on Fox Sports Radio, the Sports Hog, we will have the scoreboard show starting at 10 o'clock tonight. They'll bring you up to date with all the scores from teams all over the entire state of Arkansas. And they'll also, my buddy Leland Barkley and the magician Walter Woody will be talking about the playoff scenarios and start looking at, who needs to do what to make it in, who needs to, handle their business to even make it to the playoffs, or who is out already. So that's going to do it for our halftime report from Crabtree RV, where your family's dreams come true. It's time for our second half kickoff. The Airedales will be kicking off to Harrison, and the second half kickoff is brought to you by Autoplex Collision Repair. Quality first, always. Autoplex Collision Repair. Whether it is a major repair or whether it's a door ding from that Meglo Super Center that someone left the card out and rolled it into your door, or maybe scratched or put a dent in it, Autoplex Collision Repair can fix that where it doesn't even look like your vehicle was damaged at all. Great friends of the program here, and we certainly appreciate that. Also, don't forget Dr. Mark Hurst and the Hurst Family Dental Care. A name you know and a name you can trust. Will be calling out the player of the game as this thing winds up. Here we go. Short kick. Going to be fielded at about the 15 by Noah Mox. And they are not going to let the kick stand. They're going to move it back as Alma was offsides. Now let me tell you something else. 2 penalties in the first half against Alma. That's the first penalty in the second half. Take a wild guess how many penalties Harrison had called on them. 0. Not saying that they played a perfect first half. Not saying the officials aren't doing their job, but they're letting them play.
Yep,
they're not throwing a bunch of flags on Alma. They're not throwing a bunch of flags on Harrison. So whether you like that or not, I kind of like the fact that they are letting them play. There's a kick. It's going to be a high kick, going to be fielded at about the 23, up to the 30, to the 33, 34-yard line. Goes the return man for the Goblins. And returning that was Gabe Husky. Alma managed to hold him in check on that return.
Well, now they're getting ready to get a little bit more of him. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, they're a lot more Husky. So here we go. 28-0 at the half. First possession of the second half, 1st and 10 on their 34-yard line. A little different look on offense now for Harrison. So line Husky up to the left. They run him in motion. He gets the handoff. He turns upfield, 35-40. He's gone.
Oh, my gosh.
Done. Nobody's going to catch him. That was a, man.
Man.
66-yard touchdown run by Gabe Husky. And we played 16 seconds here.
Yes. Well, what it looked like is, was it the old wing tee or the dead tee where they had two kind of turned in?
Yeah,
yep.
dead
handed
tee.
it to him on the motion.
Yeah. Those old Tommy Tice looking days right there. The dead tee.
And
he would run a bunch of different formations.
Mm-hmm.
Kick is up. It's good.
Wow.
35-0 Harrison. Back with more after this.
Simon family.
For their first possession of the second half, they drop Grayson Bailey and Josh Davis back deep. The kicker from Harrison is number 32. That is Maxwell Payne. He's booted the thing into the end zone the last 2 times, guys.
Yeah, he's got a leg.
Payne tees it up at the 40. High kick. This one's going to be returnable. Nope, it's not. It's going to go out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. That's a break for the Airedales. They'll get it out at the 35, 1st and 10 for Alma. So let's see what the Airedale offense can dial up.
Well, what they've been doing the last 2 weeks is not working today.
Well, I'm interested to see the changes that they made at halftime.
Right.
Because I know this staff, and they're a great bunch of guys. And they've been in banging their heads on the wall, man, and changing some things. So let's see what they come up with. First down at 10 Alma. Ball is right, dead center of the 35-yard line. They have Ben Henley just to the right of Landon Blair. He's in the shotgun formation. Now they run a man in motion to the right. That is Nathan Whalen. Landon's going to keep the football across the 30 to the 40. Landon still on his feet. Landon's going to carry it all the way out to And they're still dragging there. And thank you, finally. My goodness, how long are you going to let this go on before you throw a penalty? That should be a personal foul on Harrison. As the ball was carried all the way out to the 45, they had a hold of the Airedale. They had a hold of his helmet. And they're going to call it off. You're kidding me.
They said it's
How
going
can
both
you try
ways.
to rip someone's helmet off and not call a penalty on that? Unbelievable. Well, offsetting penalties, let's just roll on, man. I'm not even going to worry about it now. Because I don't want to sound like South Sebastian County.
First down.
Wait a minute. I'd have to say, man, first down. Just goofing on my buddies down there. First down at 10, Alma. The ball is on the 45. Listen, you've got to laugh. And now another penalty comes in on Alma.
Was it illegal formation?
Yeah, they broke the huddle with 12 guys in the huddle. So instead of 1st and 10 at the 45, it'll be 1st and 15. Waylon runs out and gets back on the sideline. You know, sometimes and look, it's inevitable. Sometimes you just have bad games, and Alma is just they're just having a bad game. Things that they've tried just haven't worked, and you know what? We'll see what they do now. The first play that they pulled from scrimmage worked. They hand off left side. They turn it upfield. They're going to pick up 5 yards.
There it is again. Sam Davila.
Sam Davila. Oh, Sam, you know what? He may just won the player of the game right there.
Hey, that was 15 yards down the field, and I don't even know what.
He was still blocking.
That was on the defensive back.
Yeah. There was 4 yards.
They're still talking to each other.
4 yards on the carry.
Oh, wow.
Well, I can tell you this: the Airedales will keep fighting, man. They
play 4 quarters.
They play 4 quarters. Under center, landed on 2nd down and 11. Now they tuck in Winfrey tight. They pitch the ball midfield. Good carry. 10 yards on the carry. Is that Josh Davis?
Yep.
No, that was Ben. Yep, Josh Davis. Josh gets 10, so it'll be 3rd down and 1. They're going to mark him down at the 47. It's going to be a long 2. 3rd down and 2 for Alma. Sam Davila, I like that kid, man.
Yeah, me too. Met him in
Great
Baldor
young
one
man.
day.
6'2", 271-pound senior. Big old heart, just a good young man. 3rd down and 2 from the 47 of Harrison. Here we go. Landon gets the snap. Landon keeping it. In the backfield, breaks free. Landon inside the 45, inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line. Best-looking drive of the night for the Airedales. I told you so. I told you that they would make some changes. Look at this drive now.
Yep.
Moving it. They overcame a 1st and 15, guys. So look at this. Listen, I love these coordinators and assistant coaches, and Doug Lockridge, the head coach. Some of the best guys I've ever been around, and they'll go in at halftime and they make the adjustments that are necessary. And right now, look, there's the proof's in the pudding. Here we go. 1st down and 10, Alma at the 39 of Harrison. Landon, shotgun. Nope, Wildcat formation. Davis going to carry. Davis inside the 40. Davis pushing inside the 35. Still pushing him. Penalty flag comes flying. I think this is going to be on Alma. It's thrown in the
I think that's going to be on De Silva.
Offensive backfield. And it was enough for a 1st down carry by Josh. I think it's going to be against Alma. The white hat threw it. Unsportsmanlike on Alma. And Davila's going to check out. And is that Ethan Thrift? 76?
Yep.
Sophomore?
No. 76.
I think
yes.
it is. Ethan Thrift. Yep. So they mark off the yardage. It will be 1st down and 15 from the 45 of Harrison. 6:37 left to play in the 3rd quarter. It's 35-0 Goblins. They led 28-0 at the end of the first half. And after the kickoff to start the second half, Husky carried it 66 yards for a touchdown. Alma will be facing best-looking drive of the night for the Airedales. Made some adjustments at the half. They saw some wrinkles in the Harrison defense. And here we go. 1st and 15 from the 45 of Harrison. Landon takes the snap. Landon going to keep the ball. Landon hit at the 45, not going to go anywhere as he tried the right side. Whalen was blocking. Davis was blocking. It will be 2nd down, 13 for the first down. Thrift checks out. Davila checks in.
I'm pretty sure I haven't called that very often, but we have a 5-5-1 defense.
Yeah.
5 front men, 5 linebackers, and 1 safety.
Yeah. 3rd down and 13. Landon, shotgun formation. Has Davis to his right. Look at this overload to the right. On 3rd and 13. Landon's going to keep it. He's going to go reverse on the left side. Landon inside the 40 or 35. Landon down to the 31-yard line. Short of the first down by about 2 yards. It'll be 4th down and 2, and you know the Airedales are in 4-down territory here.
Yeah, Alma got lucky there. Their left tackle jumped. No, they didn't catch it, but he jumped about a second too early.
Harrison caught it. They were all pointing at him,
Yeah.
but
they got
as you said, the referees have kind of let certain little things go, and
they're letting it play.
kept the ball game moving.
4th down and 3. They mark him right at the 32. They must move it to the 29. Davis on the Wildcat, hit in the backfield, and it's not going to be anywhere close. He's going to be hit and tackled at the 31, and they turn it over on downs to Harrison with 4:30 left to play in the 3rd. 35-0, Goblins. Homecoming night here in Harrison. Yeah, I really had a good feeling coming in this game, too. The way that they'd game plan, against Criswell and game plan last week, really felt like if Alma got some breaks up here and could just contain, Husky to the middle and not let him get outside. But boy, Husky has really been all-star.
Ooh.
There's a pass. It's complete. Breaking a tackle, and they're going to call him down. The receiver, Colton Shaver. Nope, that's not Shaver. That is Riley Jones. A loss on the play of about 4 yards. The pass was completed out in the flat. He had some blockers out front of him, but the Airedale defense managed to get to him before he could make his cut and follow his blockers.
Yeah, he spun him around. His knee hit. He was down. I think he might have touched the ball on the ground.
I think so, too. 2nd down and 14 from the 27 of Harrison. Goblins with the football. They lead 35-0 in the 3rd quarter under center. Johnson hands off. Husky left side right up the middle, and that's not Husky now.
Nope,
they moved in
man.
Ballard. Yeah, Colton Ballard. Ballard picks up about 7 yards. It will be 3rd down. Where are they going to mark it? Yeah, 3rd down and 7.
And they're in no hurry either.
No, they're in no hurry. Clock is running. 3:08 left to play in the 3rd. Johnson, shotgun formation. Johnson, going to keep it, run it. Johnson's going to be swarmed under. First guy to get to him is Whalen. And it will be 4th down. This will be the first. Is this the first 4th down?
I believe so.
There's a nice stunt in there by Matt Hamlin and Nathan Whalen that helped get back to the quarterback.
First punt of the night for the Goblins. And my buddy Tim Adams checked in.
Riley Jones back to punt.
Yep. Back deep to receive will be
Is that Grayson?
Grayson Bailey standing back on his own 35. Riley Jones, the wideout, back to punt. Left-footed punter. Nice high kick. Man, they do everything good here. Fair catch called for by Grayson at the 31-yard line, and that's where Alma would take over. 2:07 left to play in the 3rd. Harrison leads the Airedales 35-0. You're listening to Alma Football on the Marshall 96.7 FM.
Don't
On their own 31-yard line. Minute 25 left to play in the third. It's been all Harrison so far. Here we go. Second possession of the second half. Henley gets the call off the left side. Henley picks up about 2 yards. And Alma is really starting to, and Bobby Winfrey's out there mixing it up on the corner.
Yeah, block till the whistle.
That's exactly right. That's what you're taught. That's what you do. Second down and 8. I told you Tim Adams checked in a minute ago with us. That guy, if you don't know Tim, he owns Radiator Specialist over on Wheeler, and what a heck of a race car driver.
Yeah,
nice.
And a great pull shooter. The guy. The only thing better than Tim is his wife, Connie. Love her more than I love Tim. Here goes Landon Blair off the left side on second down and 8. Landon is going to bust it across the 35 to about the 39-yard line. And it will be short of the first down by, 4? Depending on the spot.
Well, they had a little bit of a scrum going on there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where they – yeah, you're about right.
Yep, 34. So, listen, Alma will live to fight another day. I can just tell you that. They'll take the game film. They'll see what didn't work, and they'll live to fight another day. That's the end of the third quarter. 35-0 Harrison. We'll be back with more from Crooked Creek right after this. As we move to the fourth quarter, Alma will be facing a third down and 3 from their 39. So let's see what the Airedale offense could dial up here.
Give a big shout out to Steve Hatwig.
Yeah. Oh, and Harrison's going to jump off sides. Free play for the Airedales. Grayson Bailey gets the call, turns it upfield. Bailey across the 40. Loose football, it looked like for a second. I don't know. They didn't throw a flag.
No.
Wow. Got to be kidding me.
They never broke the plane.
Okay. All right. It'll be fourth down and 1. They're going to mark him out of bounds at the 41.
Yep.
Okay, I'll go with that. I'm not going to say anything else about the officials. I mean, they've let it go both ways, so you can't hardly complain.
They just let them play ball.
They just let them play ball. Fourth down and 1. Alma's going for it. Harrison jumps again. This time, Landon Blair keeps it. Landon carries for the first down across the 41 to the 44-yard line, and the Airedales will move the football.
That was 240 pounds of steam.
I like Landon Blair.
Yeah.
I like that young man, and he's just a good young man. So, let's see what else is going on. First down at 10, they move the chains. The ball is marked on the 44 of Alma. We're in the fourth quarter, 35-0 in favor of Harrison. Got some good games going on around the state. Our high school scoreboard will come your way at 10 o'clock tonight on our sister station, 103.5 and 101.1. Under center, Landon Blair, first and 10 from the 44. They pitch it to Josh Davis. Davis cuts to the right. Davis hit at the 40. Davis across the 40, or hit at the 45, across the 45 to about the 49-yard line. Yep, right at midfield. Nice carry by Josh. He's fighting for every – that's one of the things that we talked about, guys. This team plays, no matter what the score is, they play to the last buzzer. I respect kids that do that. Second down and 4, Alma. Ball is at midfield. Landon pitches it to Josh. And Landon is thrown down in the backfield after he pitches the ball. And they just get up and shake hands and
do it again.
Go back at it again. The ball was carried to the 48 of Harrison. It will be 3rd down and 2, Alma.
Yeah, you got Ben Henley.
Ben Henley in there in the backfield now. Landon with Henley to his right. He'll be blocking. Landon takes the snap, carries it off the right side, close to an Airedale first down. It looks like he has enough. We'll wait and see if they move the chains. I think it's a first down.
Looks like it.
Yeah, I think so. Greenbrier comes to town next week, 7 o'clock kickoff. Like to see everybody filling those stands up as it is crunch time in the 5A West for the Airedales. They need to win out to keep their playoff hopes alive. They have Huntsville coming in for the 10th and final game of the regular season. So we'll see how everything is shaken out in the 5A. Of course, Harrison and Bologna are the cream of the crop. They're sitting right at the top, but then you've got a huge log jam in the 3rd and 4th spot for playoffs. First down at 10, Alma. They're on the 46-yard line. Landon, hands off, right up the gut. Goes the ball carrier across the 45 to the 40, down to the 39. I think that was Josh Davis again. Nope, Ben Henley. Henley on the carry. I like Ben Henley too, man. He's a senior, 5'10", 202 pounds. You know, I saw this kid working out. They're going to mark him down on the 42. I thought he carried it past the inside the 40. They're going to mark him down on the 42. He's just muscle. He's a good young man. 2nd down and 6. Henley gets the call, right side. He is inside the 40 this time, and now another flag is going to be thrown in the backfield, and now another flag from the secondary. And you can tell this this game is they're going to have to get this under control. Officials are talking it over. It's going to be holding on Alma. Personal foul on Alma. Wow. So erase a 4-yard carry, and they're going to mark, and it's a spot foul from the spot of the hold. The hold was thrown back on the 47.
And it's a compound ad in both of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, the 15-yarder, it's going to be a 25-yard penalty when it's all said and done, or even more than that. It'll be a 29-yard penalty. They're still walking. Wow. They're going to mark this thing back at the 32-yard line. Unbelievable. It will be 2nd down and 32 yards for the first down.
It's a 25-yard penalty.
Yeah. Well, 25 plus with a spot, Yeah. So 2nd down and 32. How many times have I said that in my career?
Not very many.
Not very many.
No. I have to agree with that one.
How about a timeout?
And there's a timeout on the field.
Boy.
Let's take a timeout with them. 35-0 Harrison. You're listening to Airedale Football on the Marshall 96.7 FM.
Echo Outdoor Power Equipment.
And the Goblins for 2019 and 2020. Our freshmen are Adelie Bartwell, May Adelie, Mackenzie Garrett, Emily Harkett, freshman maid Ada Norcross, Carly Richardson, Kinsley.
Nothing wrong with the big box, hardware stores. Nothing wrong with them. Some fine folks work there. But when you want someone that actually knows their department or knows where things are in the store, go to my friends at Metters Lumber.
Yep.
Guarantee you.
You know, that new facility they built out there.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
How
I grew
sweet
up
is that?
there with the old facility down by the railroad tracks.
Yep.
But great folks.
Yep, absolutely. 2nd down and 32. Is that what we decided it was, guys?
In the ballpark.
2nd acre.
Yep. Landon, hands off. Davis, up the gut. No, that's Henley. Henley still on his feet. 35. Henley to the 38-yard line. A gain on the play of 6 yards. And it'll be 3rd down now for Alma.
That would generally be a good gain.
Yeah.
You know,
But not when it's 32 yards.
At first, I thought he was going to turn around and flea flicker that back.
Yeah, I did too.
I mean, he acted like he wanted to.
Yeah. Third down at 25. The ball is marked. They mark it up to the 39-yard line. Third down at 25. 7:25 left to play. What a fast-moving game this is. Airedales with Landon Blair under center. Henley the tailback. Everyone tucked in tight. Henley's going to run the football right up the middle. Henley across the 45 to the 46, and it will be fourth down and 18. Here comes the punting unit on for Alma. I think the timeout that the Airedale coaching staff took was just to say, hey, listen, we don't want to see any shenanigans.
Right.
Keep playing hard.
Play clean football.
Play clean football. Keep your heads up high. Hey, here's an update. My buddy Big Al Swaim, Astros are leading the Nationals 2-0, top of the fourth. Maybe the Astros will bounce back. Landon gets the snap on the punt. Kicks to the right side. It's going to go out of bounds. Now we're going to have to mark it back upfield and see where it went out of bounds at. Past the 30, right on the 35. First down and 10, Goblins on their own 35-yard line. 6:30 left to play in the ball game.
Seeing the backups come in off the sidelines for the Harrison Goblins.
Hey, don't forget, a lot of action going on at UA Fort Smith. We have volleyball action tomorrow. You'll hear the smooth pipes of Mr. Bill Ferris on the call of the games. And on Sunday, we have a men's basketball exhibition game. 2 games, as a matter of fact. Oral Roberts will be taking on UCA. And the Lions will be playing. There's the handoff. To the right side, the ball carrier is number 6, Brody Gillum. Alma sniffs that out. Nice open field tackle. Was that Grayson Bailey?
Jacob Coursey.
Jacob Coursey.
Yep.
Second down and 8.
Actually, I think that was Breeden Duck.
Breeden Duck on the carry?
It was Breeden Duck on the carry.
He was a ride-in. I guess a last-minute addition to the team because we didn't have him on the roster, but they wrote him in for us. So, second down and 8. The ball is on the Goblin 37-yard line. There's the handoff. Right side to the 40. 41-yard line goes the ball carrier. That is number 14, Silent Madden. No relation to John.
Ben Henley on the stop.
Mm-hmm. Logan Plumley is now the quarterback of record. Just a sophomore. Third down and 3. Ball is marked at the 42-yard line. They need to move it to the 45 for the first down. Clock is under 5 minutes to play in this ball game. Plumley, hands off. Enough for the first down as the carry goes out to the right side. Is that Gilliam again? Brody Gilliam?
Yep.
I think that's right. Gilliam on the carry. Enough for the first down as he's knocked out of bounds at the Harrison 49. And the Goblins will have a fresh set of downs to work with. 35-0 Harrison. They led 28-0 in the end of the first half. They put 21 points on the board in that second quarter. It was 7-0 after 1, and then 28-0 at halftime. A 66-yard touchdown run in the start of the second half has got us to the score that we have right now. Plumley on 1st and 10, under center, I formation. Plumley gets the snap, hands off the first man through. And that is Silent Madden, straight up the middle. Madden will carry to the 47 of Alma, second down and 6. Lions will be in action at 2 o'clock Sunday in an exhibition game at the Stubblefield. Come on out and watch both games as Oral Roberts will be taking on UCA. Guys, that's pretty good. That's 2 Division I teams right there. There's the handoff. On second down and 6 in the Airedale defense, flying to the ball carrier. That time, that was number 8. What was his name?
That'd be
Duck?
Breeden Duck.
Breeden Duck?
That ain't a regular duck. That's a breeding duck.
Breeden Duck. What was that poker player, X22?
Yeah.
That did the quacking?
X22.
Yep, quack, quack. He would quack instead of, raising. He would just say quack, quack.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he was
great.
a character, man, on the world on the
World Poker.
Yeah, X22.
Yep, that's a long time ago. 3rd down and 7. Ball is marked 48 of Alma. Plumlee in shotgun formation, hands off, right up the gut. The ball carries number 6, Brody Gillum.
No.
And he's off to the races. One man to
nice
catch him.
tackle.
I think that was Ben Henley on the tackle, wasn't it? I think so. Who was it?
Adrian Vardaman, number
and
19.
Braden Taylor was over there as well. Adrian Vardaman on the tackle.
Yep.
I think that was Braden. Yep. It's enough for the first down as they move the ball all the way to the Airedale 20. 2:20 left to play in this football game. Next week, Greenbrier in town. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you, Airedale fans. If you're listening at home on the radio or you're watching us on the live stream, we need to see each and every one of you come out to the stadium and support this team next week. We need a huge hometown presence.
Yes.
Put a little spark in these Airedales. And as Greenbrier will be in town. So let's make sure that we do that. That would be super nice, and I know the kids would certainly appreciate it. Coaching staff, the band.
They're just going to let this one
Palm
count down.
Squad, yeah, they're going to wrap this thing up, and you know what? That's classy. I like that. As the Harrison Goblin coaching staff is taking a knee, they're just going to run this thing out, and we'll wrap this thing up and go to our post-game report. And also name our Dr. Mark Hurst and Family Dental player of the game. So clock is at 1:13. Play clock is at 4. They'll take another knee, and they'll just run this thing out. Right. Greenbrier and then Huntsville in town for the next 2. So make sure you come on out. 7 o'clock for the kickoff next Friday night in Alma. And we'll be on the air with our pregame show at around 6:40, 6:45, 6:46. And certainly hope that if you can't make it to the stadium, you'll tune us in either on the live stream or if you're in your car driving, make sure you tune us in on the Marshall 96.7 FM or AM 1230. That's going to do it. As they'll run the clock on out, and that's the last play from scrimmage. So Harrison's going to come out and win homecoming tonight. They shut out Alma, 2nd year in a row, 35-0. We'll be back and move into the Citizens Bank postgame show. It's coming your way next on the Marshall 96.7 FM.
Tyler Ford, Highway 10 in Booneville, has deals for you. If you're in the market,
we cover the sports, the events, and the news.
Finding your way from the media room to the public.
Buying a new home can be stressful. Packing, paperwork, more packing. With all that goes along with making the big move, I'm so glad that I have Citizens Bank to guide me through the mortgage lending process. Their rates are competitive, and that's important, but the friendly, knowledgeable lenders taking the guesswork out of home loans is where Citizens really shines. And that means a lot, because I have more packing to do. Citizens Bank and Trust. That's my bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's time for our Citizens Bank post-game show. Successful banking for over 125 years. As we move into the wrap this thing up, guys, it was ugly, and it got ugly early. As
early and often,
Gabe Husky took the football and basically just run roughshod. A good game plan by Harrison to shut down the Airedale offense. They had used a ground control running game to keep the opponents off the field the last 2 games, and it's worked effectively. However, tonight, Harrison, they run 5 linemen, 5 linebackers.
Yeah, and one safety.
One safety, and basically to shut it down. And it's a good game plan. Alma made some adjustments at halftime and kept Harrison from scoring but 7 points in the second half. Harrison, the big key for the Goblins tonight was 21 points in that second quarter. And I mean, they were off to the races. Alma turned it over. They tried to fake punt the football, catch Harrison off guard. the Goblins wasn't having anything to do with that, and they held them on fourth down and got the ball back on a short field, and then an interception in that second quarter, another short field, and they were just off to the races.
Yeah, they own the offensive and the defensive line in the entirety of the game, and that was the big difference.
You're exactly right. Games like this are tough because we've seen Alma play. We've seen Alma play good in the conference games this year. We've seen a lot of good things out of these young men that take the field and put on the Airedale colors on a weekly basis. We've seen some good adjustments by the Alma coaching staffs and good game planning. Tonight it just wasn't working. It's just one of those things. Listen, you just chalk it up. I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Throw the tape away and don't worry about it. You can't listen. You can't dwell on this game. You just got to let it go and just relax, man, and move on to the next opponent. Because right now, all their focus, I guarantee you, they'll forget this game. They won't even look at the tape. They'll forget this game and they'll start focusing on Greenbrier because now it's up to Alma. They need to win out, and depending on what happens in the conference, by winning out, they could, they can make the playoffs. The 5A West is tough, and so they have Greenbrier left, they have Huntsville left, but the Airedales need to go 2-0. I feel like, and we'll find out, what they're saying as far as the playoff scenarios, and we'll listen to Walter Woody and Leland Barkley, or Leyland as some of you call him, later on tonight. That will come up at 10 o'clock tonight on our high school scoreboard countdown on our sister station 103.5 and 101.1 Fox Sports Radio. Guys, it's time to name our player of the game, Dr. Mark Hurst and the Hurst Family Dental Care. A name you know and a name you can trust. And I don't think that that this year that we've given it to this young man. He played every single snap of the ball game tonight, and hard work. He run the football tonight, played defense tonight, played on special teams, and he's a junior. This kid is a gamer, man. I like what I see, out of him on a weekly basis. It shows great sportsmanship when he's out on the field. And our Dr. Mark Hurst and Hurst Family Dental Care player of the game is number 26, Logan Chronister. He's a 5'7", 171-pound junior. He plays. He never leaves the field. Plays every single down. So Logan Chronister is our player of the game, and we are. Looking forward to being back in the friendly confines after a 2.5-hour drive tonight. We'll be back home, but we'll be back at Airedale Stadium next Friday night, 7 o'clock for the kickoff. Please listen. If you're watching on the live stream, you listen to us on the radio. Come on out and support these kids. Bring the entire family. It is the best family entertainment for not a lot of money. Enjoy the stadium, the atmosphere of high school football on a Friday night, and there's no better place to be than Alma, Arkansas on a Friday night for high school football. For my broadcast partners, Mike Hessen, David Ray Sessions, I'm Jimmy Haas. Yep. Thank you so much for tuning in for another week of Alma Airedale football. We will see you next Friday night as Greenbrier comes to town. The Panthers and the Airedales teeing it up at 7 o'clock Friday night. Teeing it up on the pregame show on the Marshall 96.7 FM, AM 1230, and also on the live stream at airedale.nation.com. I'm Jimmy Haas. Thank you so much. Have a great night, everybody.